We're back again with another episode of Bosco's Box Office Breakdown. Today's sponsor is brought to you by Churn Coffee, located on Central and kind of close to, I don't know, Camelback?
I've never been there.
Okay. And also Supreme Hats. And also Clerks.
Which is having its
25th?
18th anniversary
Not even close.
on 14th.
This week we're going to be talking about Argo, which will probably be nominated for an Academy Award. Here
Academy
Comes the
Award.
Boom, which will not be nominated for anything except a Razzie, probably. Seven Psychopaths, which will win Best Writer of the Year because the guy writes some of the best scripts I've ever seen.
Yep.
And lastly, Sinister, which is apparently the most intelligently scary movie you'll ever see in the history of anything. So, let's take a look. Welcome.
Website called Bosco's Grindhouse. Website called Bosco's Grindhouse.
So, first, what we always do is we talk about the movies that played last week and where they ranked out in the top 5.
Number one.
Number 1 was
Taken 2.
Taken 2. So, because we couldn't get enough of the first time when his daughter got kidnapped, we had to go see in
More.
droves the
More kidnapping.
more kidnapping,
More
more
shooting.
killing. I mean, but Liam Neeson's the man, you know, like he's kind of
Grenades being thrown off a building. I saw it and wow.
was it the exact same as the first?
No, it was way stupider.
Way stupider.
Oh God.
Can you explain, please?
There are just scenes of action that really just make no sense at all. Like,
Yeah.
Just what were these people thinking? You know what I mean? Like
$50 million is what
$50
they were
million.
thinking because that's how much it made this weekend at the box office. Taking the number 1 spot away from Hotel Transylvania, which got into number 2. Yeah, so
Yep. I don't know.
so
man.
be it, you know, whatever. Take an original concept like Taken and then take them again
Them again.
and they'll make more money. Kind of like all these fucking,
Saw movies.
all the Saw movies, all the Resident Evil movies that somehow make some ungodly amount of money, but, you know, take a franchise and do what you will with it.
Shove
Like,
it down the throats of America.
It's interesting because you want to say like it's an original concept,
But the
but it's
first one
not.
was.
Well, yeah, okay, it's an original script, not so much of an original concept. Like, here's what it is. Here's a really simple story. Here's how we're gonna get from part A to part B. So cool, like sweet. You're not basing it off of any other
Right.
like comic book or anything. Like, you know, it's just here's the simple story. But then that movie did so well that you're gonna do the exact same thing, but apparently worse this time.
Yeah, that's all right.
So be it, Hollywood. Have your way with us. Just get nasty with us. So, like we said, Hotel Transylvania. Hotel Transylvania
New York.
took number 2. Going down from 40. Unique New York.
Yeah.
Going from $43 million is what it opened with last week. Now do $27 million. So still hanging really strong.
Yeah, I was surprised actually at how much it made this weekend.
Yeah, especially with Frankenweenie, which we'll talk about here in just a second.
Wow.
That didn't make anything, but Hotel Transylvania took this the amount that I thought Frankenweenie was going
Yeah,
to
me
make,
too.
and
Me too.
you know stayed consistent in the number 2 slot. So obviously they're doing something right with all
Good
these
job.
animations movies. Yeah,
Adam Sandler, man.
Here-
It's amazing to me how he makes all these awful movies.
terrible.
Jack and Jill made $150 million.
And then what was the one about him and Andy Samberg? That's My Boy.
Yep.
That one didn't do that well.
Well, because it was super raunchy.
Yeah.
I saw it. It was actually pretty funny.
Was it?
I laughed,
Okay.
but it was raunchy. It was just boobs and farts and
Exactly what you thought it would be.
semen jokes. And,
Yeah. And that's the thing is just like, so it's funny that he can do an $150 million movie and then tank with
Yeah.
another movie and then go right back to,
Oh, yeah,
as well as he's doing $60 million.
and
in
for
2
like
weeks.
20 years too. He's been
Yeah.
in this for like 20 years, man.
Yeah, that guy doesn't need any more money. You know, come on. So, Pitch Perfect. Hey, That kind of came out of nowhere.
It was really good.
It was really good.
I saw it. I was cracking up the whole time.
Yeah, and I think the misconception that everyone got with it, like, oh, it's gonna be another Glee, and then like, oh, the chick from Bridesmaids is in it, so that's kind of like enough for both ends to kind of want to go see it. And
yeah, it was cool. It was cute. I was cracking up the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
You should go see it.
It seemed like it didn't seem like it was trying to be anything that it wasn't.
Right? Yeah, exactly. It was just really just cool. You know, it was just.
Dude from Workaholics was really funny.
He was hilarious.
Yeah. I think that's what sold it. Like when a bunch of dudes were watching the preview, and then like, oh, this is gonna be fucking lame. Like, oh, great, a bunch of girls singing, sweet, and they're all not really that attractive, unless you're Anna Kendrick, who's my future ex-wife.
Hey. No.
Okay.
Back off.
Okay. Sorry. I'm still holding out for Carey Mulligan to divorce what's his face from Mumford and Sons.
Mumford?
Yeah, Johnny Mumford.
Mumford.
Whatever. But I like that it wasn't trying to be anything that it wasn't, and I think the fact that like when you saw the peak of Homeboy from Workaholics in the preview, that's kind of what sold it for a couple other people, like more of like the male, like your 18 to 28 demographic, to go see the movie because like, oh well, if he's going to be in it, like he's really funny. At least I'll have a reason to go enjoy this with my girlfriend.
Yes,
kind
exactly.
of thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. In the top 4, we got Looper, which I'm still stoked to see in the top 5. So, you know, Ryan Johnson's still doing his thing. I feel like enough people have caught on from the first week that it came out.
Right.
And they're like, hey, this is really good. You should check it out if you're really into that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah. Your thoughts?
I have none. Just because I've been spewing them about this film for like 3 weeks now, so I'm kind of like...
Oh, Looper? Yeah.
But it's still great. It's still amazing. You got to go see it. But it has lots of holes in it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a movie.
But so does time travel.
So does time travel.
Yeah. Lots of holes.
Loopholes and, you know, time holes.
Mm-hmm.
But just
I think the last time I saw someone do anything relatively close to explaining time travel correctly was when they did the new Star Trek movie. And like when Spock was
or that movie.
Hot Tub Time Machine. Oh my freaking god.
Does it well. I don't care what you say. They do it right, man.
Okay.
They do Time Machine right.
Okay. Hot tub status. Rounding out the top 5, we got Frankenweenie, Tim Burton. I thought it was going to take the number 2 spot next to Taken. I thought it was going to take the number 1 spot.
Yeah, you did.
Because I was like, oh, well, Hotel Transylvania did so well. Frankenweenie should do just as well. Like, you know, the people who were going to go see, who grew up with Tim Burton, now are going to go take their kids to go see a Tim Burton film that also has, like, that Tim Burton undertone dark feature to it.
But I've heard it's very dark. Like, almost too dark.
Really?
Kids. Yeah.
Like darker than like Paranorman was supposed to be. Yeah, I haven't seen it either. But Paranorman
but not too dark.
Okay.
Like this movie was like sad.
Like how Paranorman was like Shrek dark. Like this is like
making people cry dark.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh yikes. Okay. Well, gotta go Tim Burton.
But I still want to see it because it looks amazing.
Visually, it looks cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now we move on to the movies that are coming out this week. So first off, which one do you want to do? Argo?
Yeah.
Argo? Okay. First, before we start talking about Argo, if you haven't seen the preview for it already, let's show you a clip real quick.
Our embassy has been seized.
6 of the hostages got out.
I need you to help me make a fake movie.
You need a script. You need a producer.
I fly into Tehran. We all fly out together as a film crew.
Right. You have 72 hours to get them out.
This is what I do, and I've never left anyone behind.
I know who they are. It's over, Tony.
Let's go make a movie.
Argo, rated R. Starts October 12th.
So that looked interesting.
Looks great.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
I'm really excited.
I think it's going to be amazing.
I have a list of reasons why I'm excited to go see this movie.
Go.
Okay. List number 1 on list. Here's the list, and then here's number 1 on it.
All right.
So number 1, great story.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Based on a true story. 1973, I believe, is when it takes place. They're trying to get these prisoners out of Iran for what's going on in there. I'm not a history buff, so I really don't know, but apparently something bad is going on in Iran.
Apparently something
wouldn't be the first time.
Something's going on, but don't know what.
Yeah, so in order to get these prisoners that they have in Iran, or these U.S. prisoners to get in Iran, to get them out, they're going to make a fake movie, and like the CIA is going to be the production team, and Ben Affleck's going to be the director, which is funny because he's the
Director.
director of the movie
Right.
too. Great original script,
Yeah.
original idea, although it's based off a true story. Great ensemble. Are you
Oh,
kidding me?
dude.
John Goodman, Alan Arkin, Bryan Cranston,
Oh
Ben
my
Affleck,
God.
who's been killing it.
Yes, in every movie.
Yeah, he
In
hasn't
every
made a
movie.
bad movie since that one that we'll know, like that.
Really?
Well, I was gonna say the movie that shall not be named, kind of like the Voldemort. But if you just want to say it,
Oh,
Geely,
I'm
go
sorry.
for it.
The movie
Um,
that shall not be named.
Yes, but no, since then, like he's really he's made some great choices.
Yeah, he really has.
Yeah, so that's, I mean, on the short list, that's basically where I'm really excited. Everyone, there's Oscar buzz around it. I don't
yeah.
think for Best Director.
I don't know, man.
I mean, we have
I
to
don't
see
know,
it,
man.
but
Yeah,
I'm
it's true.
thinking of all the movies that are coming out or that have already come out that have had great directors or that will have great directors, like Lincoln with Spielberg and Paul Thomas
I am
Anderson
so
with The
not,
Master.
so not gonna see that movie.
I
I'm
know,
sorry,
and then
but, like,
Dark
no.
030, who's got Homegirl who won the Hurt Locker.
Hurt
Like
Locker,
to have Ben Affleck be a part of that.
But he's a great director now.
He's-
He's made
he's-
3 great movies.
He's
which
made
means
3
he's a
great
great
movies.
director.
Yes, I would
That's-
agree. So that's what Argo is about. I'm feeling pretty confident that it's probably going to take the top spot,
Yeah.
but we'll get there after we talk about this next movie that we're not excited about. Called when I say we, I mean me. He's actually really excited.
I'm
to go
not
see
really
this.
excited. I'm kind. Shut up.
Okay.
Okay, come on.
Okay, on a
Let's
scale
not-
of 1 to 10, how excited are you to see Here Comes the Boom?
Like a 7.
That's really high.
No, it's not.
Okay, I'm like a 2.5. Like, if I'm sick on the couch and eating and having chicken noodle soup on a day that I can't go to work, and this just so happens to come on TBS, I might watch the first thing up to the commercial, and then I'll probably change it and watch more
It
Povich.
looks so inspiring.
Okay, if you think that this is inspiring,
It's
then let-
expiring.
yeah, I think it's expiring. You call it inspiring. You tell us what you think after watching a preview of this.
This Friday.
Do you really think you could save the school by doing this?
You get knocked out cold.
I did see a unicorn.
Here comes the comedy. Here comes the action.
That go in?
Here comes the boom.
All right, I'm going to spend about 5 seconds on this movie. I'm not going to go see this movie. This looks really stupid, and I can't believe that someone got the green light to go make this really stupid movie. And that's all I'm going to say. The rest is up to you.
All right.
Sell me on this movie.
All right.
Okay,
I'm gonna try
okay.
and tell you.
We're gonna play a game. We're gonna call
Okay.
Joey's the pitch man, and I'm the president of Columbia or whoever the fuck made this god awful movie.
Let's see. Hold on one second. Let's
okay.
just see. It was released by Sony
Okay.
and Columbia. Dude,
Okay.
You got them.
It's what I do. Okay.
All
So
right.
here I am. I'm the person in charge of the comedy movies or whatever the fuck you want to call this monstrosity of a movie. And here you are. You're the writer, director, whoever your name is, and you're gonna say, "Hey, I got this movie, and this is why you
Alright.
should go see it."
I got this cool movie that's about teachers and school, and it's inspiring, and it's funny, but it's also got some cool other stuff in it, and it's about fighting, and you should make this movie.
All right, I'm not sold, but who do you have in it?
Kevin James.
Okay, I guess he makes enough money in other movies. Anybody else?
Salma Hayek?
All right, well,
And
I guess
the Fonz?
I guess if I want to walk around set, and make sure that everything's running smoothly, having Selma Hayek there is okay.
Fonz. He's funny. You like him. Your childhood, man.
My childhood. Oh, okay.
You're the
I was like, sorry. I was like,
You're the president.
I was breaking
We're in
character.
character
for-
here,
sorry,
man.
Sorry. I'm not an actor. I just play one on TV. Yeah. Okay, cool. Sounds good. How much do you need for it? What's your budget going to be?
Not available.
Not available? Oh, okay. Thanks, Box Office Mojo, for nothing. $50 million?
Sure.
Perfect. Take it. Go for it. Awesome.
There you go.
I want
See that?
something on the back end, though.
Okay.
I want 30% off the back end.
Oh.
That'll never happen.
No.
I know. Here I'm just making up.
Have a 12.
That's doable.
Okay.
Okay. As long as I don't have to work again after this god-awful movie's made.
It's not gonna be that bad. It's actually a 49 on
Rotten Tomatoes.
which for a film like this is really high.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I love the Rotten Tomato boys, but 49 is still a failing grade for me.
It's a comedy, and kids movie. And it's about fighting, and it looks inspiring, and the preview
This is
makes
what
me
is
get
wrong.
choked up a little bit. I'll be honest.
I'm not going more into 5 seconds of this, but this is what is wrong with, Okay, going from 5 seconds, adding on a couple more seconds. This is what is wrong with people who are making these kinds of movies. Obviously, you and I, as movie lovers, these are the kind of movies that we don't want to be made because they're stupid and have no meaning and have no sense to it.
Yeah, but
then
this one
here you
has
are-
meaning. Dude, you
To make
can't
another
deny,
Sandlot reference.
You can't deny the fact there is a purpose for this movie.
To make another Sandlot reference. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
This is gonna be the week of the Sandlot, buddy.
Okay.
God damn it.
Seriously? I'm done.
All right, moving on.
Yes.
Moving
Okay.
on before I just knock one
Okay.
on your face.
Thank God that we're going from... Okay, we're starting on the top with Argo, then we go down to the bottom, like below the Earth's crust, into the core of shit, where everything is with Here Comes the Boom. And now we're coming out of the ashes like a phoenix with this brilliant script and this brilliant cast.
Seven
from
Psychopaths.
Seven Psychopaths. God, I cannot wait to see
I'm
this
seeing
movie.
this as soon as we end here. Here's a clip.
On October 12th, there are 7 psychopaths.
Wow.
Make that 6. Now 5, 4, 3.
You go back to 5. No, I don't want to.
Who will be
Friends don't make the friends die.
Psychopathic friends do.
the last psycho standing?
I've had 5 friends killed. That's 3 more friends killed than you've had friends killed.
And you think you've got problems.
7 psychopaths.
What are you gonna do then?
Guess I'm gonna die.
Rated R. In theaters October 12th.
Okay, if you see the smile on my face right now, it's because we just watched the trailer and I can't tell you how excited I am about this movie. Like, again, great writer, great director. If you haven't seen In Bruges,
I love that movie.
highly recommend seeing it.
I love that movie.
This one is
Oh my God.
just equally as brilliant.
If not more.
If not more. And here's what I'd love. I'd love to get into the mind of the writer-director and being like, okay, so here's the core of the story being about this guy kidnapped a Shih Tzu, but he kidnapped the wrong Shih Tzu.
Yeah.
Now, is that the first part of the idea that he comes up with when he writes the story? Or does he have a vision of these 7 ridiculous characters that he's created and putting them in the most ridiculous situation that could possibly be, and then writes a story around that?
Here's one to see.
I know, I get, and another reason. I mean, if you haven't seen from the trailer, the cast: Colin Farrell, Christopher Walken,
Sam Rockwell.
Genius Sam
Dude,
Rockwell.
genius.
Like,
I love Sam Rockwell.
here's how we should say Sam Rockwell's name from now on. Sam Rockwell, the genius. Tom Waits. If you didn't see Tom Waits, he's in there as well. I mean, great cast, great script, interesting story.
Yeah, totally.
Totally original.
Completely.
Yeah.
In every way.
And here's what I like about the way that you can see that these characters are on the screen. I feel like this is like kind of the reason why I'm not a big Wes Anderson fan is because I don't really like his story is less about it's more about the person, but I feel like here's what I'll say like Wes Anderson will write his scripts so well about the character and less about the story, but it doesn't seem like there's any wiggle room for the actors to bring in something of their own. Like, because it's Wes Anderson, like, I have to be a little odd.
It has to be so perfect. It has to be so... Like, every shot has to be framed perfectly, or else it doesn't
and
work.
you have, like, the actor would have to say it in exactly the tone that he wrote it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem like there's much room for kind of, like, it to kind of go in this interesting creative direction.
And this film seems like he's just like, all right, shoot. And they're just going nuts.
Yeah, he's like, here's the basis of what your character is. Here's a bunch of dialogue that I wrote. Take from it what you want. Just make it fun, make it interesting. Like, like really, really get into the character, like kind of what a Wes Anderson movie would be, but then free range.
Right.
Kind of similar to, I guess, what you would do like with like a Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah, exactly.
Like where like I'm gonna write down details of
but
like
with more shooting.
Yeah, exactly. Here's A, here's B.
And here's a gun. Make it happen.
Yeah. And here's your characters that you guys we've talked about for months of preparation, or at least a month or week of preparation.
Yeah.
Have at it. Go have fun.
Yeah.
Let's go tell this really interesting psychotic movie.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited.
Yeah, me too.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great. It'd be interesting to see how many other people think it's gonna be great. Do you think top 5 worthy?
I've heard a lot of people say it's gonna be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like.
But is it something that the
stuff,
mainstream? Too? Is it something that the mainstream wants can follow enough?
Well.
Will it beat Here Comes the Boom?
No.
It won't.
No.
You think Here Comes the Boom's gonna do better?
Yeah.
Sadly, I think so too.
I do, but I think it'll be in like the 3 spot. 4
Really?
Spot? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say 5 or 6. I want to say 5 because sometimes I have no hope in the American people. But we'll say 5. I'll say 5 for me, but we'll get there at the very end. We'll get there at the end. All right. What's next? Oh, the last one.
Last film of the week.
Sinister. I don't really know a whole lot about it. I saw the previews, so give me a. I mean,
well, here's the clip.
I got a really good feeling about this house. What is this?
Within the home movies of 5 murdered families, an ancient evil waits to enter our world. Once you see him, nothing can save you.
Get the kids. We have to leave here now.
Sinister, rated R, in theaters October 5th.
So I haven't seen this movie. Joey, like you just said, saw it last night.
At 10 p.m.
Without spoiling it, tell me at least what the story is about.
You know what? Don't watch the clip. If you already did, I'm sorry, but just don't watch it. It was brilliant. The script was great. Oh my god, great directing.
Yeah.
Great directing.
Yeah.
It was amazing. And the pace was perfect. It was like a slow movie. It was really slow, and then it got really scary, and then it just. I'm sorry. Lots of feelings.
Yes.
Lots of
Very
feelings.
excited.
Yes.
Very excited.
And Ethan Hawke was so good.
Really?
Yes.
Don't really hear that much.
I love Ethan Hawke.
I hear that like, because sometimes I kind of forget which one's which, like Ethan Hawke and Guy Pearce. But
no, they're totally different.
Sometimes I think of them and I go, which one's Ethan Hawke? Oh yeah, that one's Ethan Hawke.
I love Ethan Hawke.
No, and
I think he's amazing. Honestly.
I think he's picking some really great movies these days. So yeah.
These days, dude, he's been making great movies since like the 90s.
I think he's been picking some really good movies these days. But yeah.
Your opinion is invalid.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Well, I don't know anything about this movie, so I don't really like scary movies to begin with. Because sure, to each their own. But while he's sucking down that last cup of coffee, I'm going to tell you what I think my top 5 is going to be. Okay, so number one, Argo. Number 2, Taken 2. Number 3, Here Comes the Boom. God damn it! I don't even want to think about this movie and how much money it's going to make. Okay, anyways, number 3, Here Comes the Boom. Number 4, Hotel Transylvania. I still think will be in the top 5. Number 5, I think will be. I honestly think it will be Sinister because it's a scary movie, and scary movies always seem to do relatively well. But I've loved like a tie between Sinister and Seven Psychopaths.
Here's the thing: that movie is not your slasher, stupid horror movie.
Yeah.
It's an intelligent, slow-moving, beautifully shot, amazingly acted.
Okay.
Horror movie.
Okay.
It takes all of the great things from every horror film of the past 20 years, puts them into one movie, and it's just amazing.
Okay.
Don't laugh.
I'm not. I'm really excited about how passionate you are about scary movies because that never happens about scary movies with you.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't like most of them. I have been pumped for this movie.
Okay.
Since like May.
Okay.
And I saw it, and it exceeded every single one of my expectations.
Okay.
Every single one.
So when you went to go see this movie, although we're kind of backtracking a little bit,
sorry.
when you went to go see it, your expectations were already high.
They were amazing.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then they exceeded them.
Yes.
Because here's what I would think, like with you and scary movies, is like, oh, it's a scary movie. I don't really give a crap about scary movies, so I'm just gonna go in there, and then like it was like, okay, that was a lot better than I thought.
No.
Like here's what, like when I first saw Twilight, I was like, okay, this is gonna be the worst movie I've ever seen in the history of anything. And then I watched it, the first one, and I was like, okay, well it wasn't that bad.
I hate it.
Oh no, I still hate it. I still think it's garbage. Like the dialogue was filthy, disgusting. But I was like, but because my expectations were so low, did I was it brought up to filthy, stinking garbage to just like rotting on the surface?
Oh, it was so boring. I couldn't even sit.
No, but like that's the thing is just like when you have such low expectations and then they're just like okay, for me, if I was to go see Here Comes the Boom this week, I'm going to be like, this is going to be the worst movie I've ever seen. Like, -5 is where I'm going to even put it. And then I go see it, I'm like, okay, well, probably because I had such low expectations and I had a few laughs, I'm at like 2 now.
Yeah.
Not -2, like +2, just because I want to give it because it's
I can see that. But this movie, I was like, it has to be great. Because there were so many things in there that like said, like for me, that it's going to be great. And it was great. It was almost perfect. It was so close to being perfect.
If the pacing was a little bit better
the
in the
pacing
beginning.
was great. Pacing was great. One thing I didn't like was his wife. She was terrible. She was an awful actress. No offense to her, she's beautiful and all. She's British. She's really nice.
Always a plus.
But she is a terrible actress, and she kind of like.
Well,
but besides that, everything.
All right, so super Sinister fans. Tell me where that's going to land in your top 5. Give me your top 5.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right. So number 1, Argo, with I'm gonna say 30 mil.
Okay.
Number 2, Here Comes the Boom, with 25. Number 3, Taken 2.
So still in your top 5.
With 20. Number 4, Sinister.
Yeah.
With 16. And number 5,
Hotel Transylvania or Seven Psychopaths?
7.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
I'm gonna say Hotel Transylvania.
But you don't want to.
I don't want to.
Because I'm tying with Sinister and Hotel Transylvania. Or sorry, Sinister and Seven Psychopaths at 5. So you can tie with Hotel Transylvania and Seven Psychopaths, just because we like Seven Psychopaths so much.
At 5 with 12.
12? I can go with that.
Yeah.
A nice round number.
Yes.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. That's another box office breakdown for us boys at Bosco's Grindhouse. So, yeah, we'd like to thank our sponsors today of Churn. They make great coffee, and then also if you want to go next door, they have a great place called the Windsor for some great food. Supreme hats,
and
Clerks. Anything else?
My house, which we shoot in.
Yes, his mom's house, which we shoot in. So thank you very much.
My mom's house.
Well, it's not your house.
Well, whatever. Bye.
You're 16, dude. You can't own a house.
You make it seem
you're not
like
Richie
I'm
Rich.
just like, I'm just like squatting here because like I'm a failure.
Well, no, you're barely you're not even out of high school yet.
Don't tell them that.
Oh, okay. He's a world-renowned mathematician who, if you Wikipedia, you should make a Wikipedia real quick.
I should make a Wikipedia of like all these fake things I've done?
Yes. And they'll have to believe you because everything that's on the internet is true.
Obviously.
Okay.
All right. We are...
Are we done?
Yeah, I think we're done.
All right. We're going to go see Seven Psychopaths.
Let's go.
All right. Boom. Didn't even have to look. Just happened. Oh. Don't say, say we're not saying boom, because that makes a reference to a terrible movie.
Which I'm going to see anyway.
Okay. Bye, everybody. We'll see you next week.
See ya.
We're back with another episode of Bosco's Box Office Breakdown. This week we got some pretty good ones that we're really looking forward to. So stick around and we'll let you know what we think of what's...